time OBT agenda na debi ameka safe no adwene ya yose mo akwaba ni chia wo soso ne da wasese wabeka ye ho na yesuma santeman ene Ghana man mabedwafo atenase na enche meda wo no edi ama wo hunu wona ye neomo ebe toato adwene na ya kire ya adwene e wo issues a eda oman no animo anope ye di nkomo ahodo ye ne eye CEO Emma eye company a wono eye Lithovet Fertilizer, CEO of Triboden AG Organic Fertilizer Kasa Thomas Syke tiene ya cross all the way to Germany and no edin come from his office through Zoom. Let me say assembly course wo man mu deda was say only the new chief executive officer of the company and a manufacture Lithovet Fertilizer. So fertilizer Ababe create some controversy as far as procurement here concerned. Ama an aspect of the matter akwa pimu ewo court a 700 so ho ayedie na Quincy na company no actually say under the new management no omo pese womo eba beboa oman Ghana na asem na eda court no omo de nchirichiri mu bi beka ho na edi mu isane se ne ekoso no eka womo brand no ema e create a certain impression say ono fertilizers no enye papa. One of the issues are very controversial asimu and say fertilizer no na a powdered form and answer a liquid form because near ye keka wo court mu no now tells me say state no problem kakra it's a product e dem scientists someone testing no a powdered form and so near a core end users near farmers no a liquid form na mebusa ne say anye bia no mo fertilizer no a powder anase a nsuo or say a powder no mo ye no nemo no o ba be use at the point of application no udi nsuo efra nti it must not be the case say ya fra de dansa ne de ma farmer no say onyusuo wa kyerɛkyerɛ nsɛmu kakra ebusa ne sanye bia under the old management no ohunu anamontuo bia old management ni tuo say asemi ababeje no ho menan womo eboa Ghanaian authorities no with transparency and no krebi e won nsem ni mu ana o say obeto ye say meeting bi ko so Hamburg old management no ne omo lawyers e wo London na nkofo bi nso etu kwan free Ghana eba Hamburg be hia wonim krofo ko a e free Ghana ba ye de but onim say meeting bi ko so he was not part of the meeting because no onye the CEO of the company at the time nti anamonto bi ko so but ono de osusu se animu nti no so oba na afi emoa ono bebo no ode aba o se there is nothing to hide enu nti no pese oba na obeyi ni timi buza ne se na Ghanaian pa na waye to ensure say Ghanaian authorities ni be who's this intention of you wanting to come o se anka wonim avenues ne dia anka waye de daada buza ne se wa send email to Attorney General na o so onim email bia na me share ne se well yenso ekwan e be fa so e be ma AG aswate as far as our interest in this matter is concerned, and yebeye na ya created that opportunity na in komono atwa so ewo ho. Tianope, it will be part of our conversation. Yeba be die. And no echi no, National Security Minister, the Honorable Kandapa, I greet you well, sir. Or say, or no one was suma see yembi Ashanti Regional Security Coordinator in free office. I also say mote se Takashibe mu no and I can see him forcefully in free new office. In Chechemu Bemu, or say, Papa no, omo terminating the appointment, and they appoint you before from. And so nothing tinti. Why not you say I terminate, but I do be free office or until he was left with no option than to send operatives from Accra to come and pull him out of his office. Until meaning if this justifies the use of force or not, yeah. But couldn't we have diplomatically dealt with this matter, especially when you are dealing with a buyer who suffer the same situation in Delta Force of Wakotrin Regional Security Coordinator every office, the same Ashanti region. Nanka yintimi nyusu ekwan foforo emfa enye sa asemi ya na. Well, we disa asemi ho nkomo na yabo enkomo. Speaker of Parliament nso say LGBTQIXYZ to say hwan ni nyina no. Yeah, mra ebe deal with it. Ebi say we don't need new laws. Ebi so say we need broader laws to deal with different aspects of LGBTQI XYZ VWY ni nyina eka ho bi mabedwafo atena se ena no pay Openi William Kusi, a private legal practitioner or a lawyer named with Dominion Chambers or joining an pay Mr. George Akom, so a assistant registrar at Ghana Telecom University and is aspiring to be Secretary from Plains DCE and in Penifumi and Raja Penny adjoining and pay Penifumi Mama Chenda Monse. Baby, you have a call there. You have a comedian. And then Yanko Pons up me. I am Yadom or the next watching. Great. Yeah, so am I mine. Yo, ene lawyer mesha say free ho na enkoma no pay yekudi wo Germany ena mpese mede ehya ase wo de oye lawyer ni dia asemba kwa na mebusa Thomas Syke CEO of company a little bit fertilizer and say omo locus wasemu mu ni saying mo ye manufacturer mo de ma manufacture mo wo client a wabeto free mo ho e de akọ Ghana na sa asema koba ho a more interested partner saying or say details be on side that almost to say omo de beboa case na ebedimu we a lawyer ni it was saying without touching the substance of the matter in court no yo
medasi the dikemebo Oyerepa for abasopa for that
that's it
move there amunya new CEO no ndi nkomo na at least from the little he knows about the case, no so yeah. Majority says here immediately they should contact the man. Criminal prosecution standard near high.
Okay.
It's not like civil.
Okay.
Which is on the preponderance of probability. And they also put me a dear dance here, met there, the PFS, the engineer, sure, if I said doubt, Kakrea be back, court, no, I didn't know, also,
okay.
And until say who prosecute will be or say any available information about Piada to make use of it. Okay. And in the circumstance, so we need didn't come now information, but for instance, he was talking about the liquid and powdered form. He will be surprised if the farmers were giving the liquid form. Because they were supposed to have been given the powder. They do someone apply and normal mix it. Interrogated those who are standing trial.
Okay.
And many more which they can. Only thing common as about boa prosecutioner. They can either subpoena him and say invite him to come.
No crowd was so willing to come.
Exactly. Now bonkro. Then you know boa. Because you see, all of us are watching.
Yeah.
The biggest complaint this government has, and they say, as will be I'll free.
Yeah.
Being a party member or an outsider, the president careless. That is the impression we are having. And they have a big responsibility to at least convict a few that they are prosecuting now for Senebaya Ghana for Muzo and Pancrofoy, Omonia Bre person de no kure, and your attention in the year Juma. And discussions of the facts around this,
yeah.
I think it's good. Okay. Helpful. And some no court, obi anim the echo. And the who are bontian say nobody's even doing anything. And the things like what you have done today, no. Mama Ghanaians say bibi court to court. You say bibi esi biana abuna ni aguso. We need information. Yeah, the obi court the first, second, third time media capture. Everyone want to be on TV. You go to say it does a jar and I say it natum. And as I say, it me and a child automatically. It is a good move, and I'm encouraging you, sir, at any time when you have the opportunity to be a casa, we are all for it. And then the young prosecutor, your opportunity, more the whom come on. Because I know the about media and them say, we have consensus now at the Akumasu. People should be disciplined when they misbehave. We will be a politician, yes, can a broswa. We should be, as a state, we should be able to ask Bunyane. Because Oba now Unkradama. Oba now government is here. Well, from to the same as we great money from to 10 years before this. Exactly. Position great body yeah. Environment, I find yourself the kind of people you meet. Amount fulfillment and the amount. But when they start acquiring wealth, I'm not saying so-called politicians, when you're entitled to acquire what is high office. You want acquire what you could
do it legitimately.
Legitimately. That is what we are calling for. Me bema onim ajapadia ye de. Me mfane nya hwe. Me a program me no. In governance, undimi gredu de me a program no se de ma ho. Me president now me ba appoint to me hwe said you private level
what brand is saying
governance is word creation. Go for obi oni ade create word oja obedi akọ.
Yeah.
And they should acquire word but legitimately. And I'm sure say yes sir. All
right. Stephen Obeng Ewo Bonre or CBB. If I heard Mr. Syke well, Lithovid needs to be dissolved in water before application because it is foliage fertilizer. If this is true, why is he playing the ostrich here? I'm not too sure say he'll play the ostrich. He just indicated a fact. Say at the end of the day, omo manufacture no powder. At the point of application, they didn't issue fra. The accusation is that farmers were presented with liquid fertilizer. Any farmers mix it was mixed already and given to them. That is the accusation. I'm not sure about playing the ostrich. This one says, Oyerepa, you're doing a good job this morning with CEO Thomas Syke, BB and Co. Thanks from Agri or say Odifri Dunkwao on Ofin Ena Ode Abba. George,
yeah,
it was saying so side.
You, me that's machia I have for now, machia me pesuaso, such a from place for. I mean, no more drobons on
such a from place for so near Modentia no maso.
I mean, it is a teacher need ya, any day. Na ya public speaking na. Your bumpire say because when you need be a kahuna.
Madam for we also on the voice in a diesel engine, a starting boko.
Sometimes we cry a already who say a brandy, a brandy can say we thank God for such a good voice. Many are very important now. Didn't kind of said the many penny kind. I was Papa no cry bonabasu.
Okay.
Maka on several platforms. One of the reasons I intimate fight corruption is fear. Nti se ono voluntarily we say obeba beboa ma case no baby e say dana akota nki nyina ye ni beje go head the timelines case ni go back and forth we wish nka ya wie nanka obia ma said ye hwehwe ho ababonti say we na difo na we na dibim last week na me catch was when it comes to criminal issues the evidence aspect said the lawyer can is very high standard kind of issue. I want to mean for Bosirum can be and I Ghana for 1 year says, I didn't assume why Chessa on this. I think would you cosa we need a very substantial evidence. A bit made Gina Swamiagaze as soon as we differ now we there with him. Now, certain penny for kinds account to account here, account Dominion or interest because he was talking from the point of say or no company no will be negatively affected. And he said, here say the point here would drew.
Because the impression out there is a little bit fertilizer and any papa.
Yes, one way we are crying now in terms of marketing or affect business. It's good to say about Bonti. Now, evidence will be our own family. But you want to have an evidence here and go skew towards a particular part. That you need no maker. When all these issues start, and then work and was really hot. Chief executive, there are documents. And no it's a transaction is a course in Yano or by when you be a kinkai. And he said, yeah, can I always say Attorney General legal department and handle case and Ombopino. Na Omoan Kasakra ma Sapapa no more important to the case. So that quickly we can know how our matter no is sifako. Yempese day in day out, you best be I know your filing motion we say nano crowd. Yeah, I see a filing so I say judge not you know what is one and I'm a and now issues was in evidence in tentem ya ubia be meaning will be cancer be na your bone crew ye was your bone crew and so when you will be at DNA and I'm saying how do you pass conclusion and judgment because out of the two no and some can you so but don't even go fighting be apart from say will be about the I think he has to be commended now obanso nyema obekana mu asem nidie now we need interest apart from the fact is will be provided the evidence a best support to the case whether to one side or wherever that it to go yeah Ghana for the
prosecution witness
Yes.
He should definitely go to the prosecution.
Yes.
Otherwise, they will not call him.
Yes. And he can say state, you know, so far as our volunteers, responsibilities, you know, be the Ebishiana, Wababe Church. I know, say, so Bana or Bama Fax and a Bebua Assembly Diama, yet me, I call him since March 2018 Assembly Shas. I check. There be near Kobasa. I always think some of these issues in the bar, and 10 Nananki, I can't go yet Timako and as a nation. You heard the amount involved.
Yeah.
Anka obitum krada kotum kunwa gumi krom robon so aman kunwa minkwala enye bi so ntrenka etimi the corruption ade a emo ma bia achichere and we hope say moving forward no omo edi nyuma be hihye omo say omo be the right asem no call the embassy be che contempt ya tika ho nsem a we the various charges about 27 charges ya de abo omo asem ne form especially ye papa opuni a enti ni nyina ekoso nyina ye be put on side by side ni ahwe de ye no kre ni de ye no kre.
That's all in the interest of fair trial.
Exactly, that is what we all call for. Nti enkoye se bia witch hunting, that is the aspect ya me pese Ghana for because say so do mama yoku bia now ye boni ayen kan because we be fi say yeah we chanto yes I more governance because governance said that bia me cultural politics is not no it's just making your selfish interest seem like a national interest. Nti zo nya kwanya kosoma nya bibia na wokoye wokɔ so man ebedi and it's an opportunity about 31 million people need use bede bibia no opportunity to cross say crowd ho na badwuma so now create legacy send that you ni ho a ma no nana no kra betimi aba beto so yaga so ye papa bi be so wo fa books bi dey primary books ya people who are noted for some events and bibia ye papa mo bom ho dom di wo na nka me say menya kwanya na nka me di ambem da chi ni ho a nanka bibi o may be bekanya yes George come by obey that is what I'm stand for and the media will be abesum
this year
and I wish say my name will be in the legacy books of the party in Ghana as a country.
Now ahead of Yene Thomas interview we sent him a written questionnaire. Now question 5 Ibusane says, has your company been contacted by the Attorney General's Department for any support in the ongoing case? And the answer there was one interview with them in 2020, but the old management did not cooperate with them and did not give any reasonable information to them. The interview was done in Hamburg. I am willing to cooperate fully with the Attorney General's Department to support them to clear the situation. And Niame Wama Kakrani said, all this while, no, on one shadenya so we knew where to go because we knew we knew Nippon contacting on Ghana Hanu but I'm happy say Yetimini Nakasa will support by telling the AG.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to hear from there. All right. I'm all for reacting to this very conversation, even on social media. And this one says, Ose friend Osamike, Ose Bibi, I am happy you brought Thomas Syke on this morning. He's giving insight into the efficacy of their product. So what it means is that the fertilizer is good, but maybe it was compromised when it came to Ghana. Okay, and also no, you need the technical eye to determine whether it was compromised or not. But on no point away and say, as far as we're concerned, a drone is good. Wabubo countries are farmers and any GMO fertilizer no pa. This one says, good morning, BB. I am Abraham from Spintex, Okwegono. I'm watching you live. Keep doing the good work. Thank you very much for watching us. Accra Spintex. This one says, BB, Same Boachi was Samanke. I heard Honorable Abambagman asking the NDC leaders same questions, which led to the dismissal of some NDC cadres that they are true party members, and why are the strangers now taking over the party? And I'm asking, are they going to suspend or sack him from the party? I rest my case. Regards to Paul Kabana Amening. Inti ene papers ni bi atro say Speaker of Parliament say strangers ena AGNDC na boswa omo na call the shots. And na me busa say the people calling the shots are the executives of the party. Who stranger biya wom?
Strangers
who are the strangers?
Strangers because they are latter-day saints.
Okay.
At the time, Anna hit no one come. So and you can name them if you look at the executives.
Okay, if executives, I see don't get
No stranger. Onokura a stranger because he was met by Jerry when he went to Onikurumo Omanbe interpretation Bimano.
Okay, but that was before NDC. That was
PNDC time.
So you cannot be said to be.
But I'm sure he's talking about PNDC, people who formed NDC. What do you say? Yeah, now more can be a woman. Cadres. And he's referring to cadres, those who fought. Cadres as no can.
So for example, for a cadre.
And so it be for example for the stranger.
Otokuno.
Otokuno so a cadre.
You later this internet.
Yes.
Okay.
Is a medium fee.
Later this.
On the no ni baby akra.
The organizer.
Also for a cadre.
Minimum there.
Exactly. And I'm sure he's saying, sir, Monka send Grovin a cocoa de buy.
Okay.
And you see the call is as if say Moncasa on the day yamfa.
Omo ye kids.
Omo and common idea at the end buy. Tell no complaining of.
Oh, okay.
It's natural. I did be a engineer. Na Grovin who a day woman.
A preba.
No more omo bow. Say one ordinary betunka. Exactly. And what in vacuum. And then yet you can contest so tomorrow. Unfortunately, that is how the party should be run.
Is it not the case that the NDC at this stage here fresh and new faces?
They do.
To more or less as a rebrand, because party no antecedent to be some governance experts can say affected one no attraction to Ghana for be brave. Enti wonye sure said this is the time I was old face no ye do omugu baby na anka party nimpe new fresh face with a different demeanor altogether.
No, until for more baby, but man makes it the new with the old. Old you know who discard your cry no happy be a momaye. So that it didn't look as if so walk of far bounds here US in chain. And none are all complaining of indeed party no consider yeah.
Okay.
Omo the quiet in Jimina. Make sure so at least they are consulted, they are catered for. No more better since we be job
okay.
You are a spent force. What is right.
Okay.
And not the bitterness ba. And
George,
in politics, that can cause them power.
Okay. I'm not a lawyer Kasami who smile.
Yeah.
Who do fear someone?
Yeah, I mean, if you say in general, I say some of these issues is applicable to all parties, although NDC for 170 acres. But maybe the said the penny for a boo best penny for to Sana Comabunu Dim. The fact some penny for to San ne Comabunu. Or penny for Marty said miles or number one motono coffee one. I was a maba one day peja. So I was saying penny for say Mabunu on penny for netos and a bomb.
Oh, okay.
And Tambia various ways here would participate in party activities. That is why we have Council of Elders near the fact is say AB I will need the front line, it doesn't mean say you are out. I believe in what we call succession plan. One of the ways to meet tinipa that is why when we come to organizational level cry a war division of labor is one of the ways identity in Crawford. And to but to have the ideas. Then we put that one in the youth. So but the boss is seeking for advice here. You can still consult them. In the party be on the Council of Elders, I about decision making. Not necessarily say Chinchina won't be a campaign be anymore. And that is why I want us to blend the two, because then you can the time will come on that with the ideas. So if you don't train or you don't give these ideas to the youth to also start here, we become washy. I've seen exactly. Sometimes if they are trying to argue on that basis here, maybe because I said I believe in the succession plan, we have a way of interfacing the old people and then the youth. That doesn't mean I don't have ideas. But say the person frontline activities are no more and that one also discourages the youth. Be a party as a party which and sign a drew so. And yes, I know party. Yes, we are competent. We are competent, yeah. And I say, line of what? Yeah, but when it is your turn, you have to serve. That is why I was talking about service.
Yeah.
But equally, we be competent. And to nena me can with this one, we are meant to catch you say party dear. Yenina yentimi nko take one position.
Okay.
Nipa ba akope. Nti no mampani dada akofo kan say it's better to have your party in power and be a messenger than to be promised a minister in opposition. And it is a name na me ye na nu so. It doesn't mean say unyo opportunity because it nemu cha enu na me kra me ko. And this will be ko ya no ma for time. No say yenua Martin Luther King or kind. Or say we may all have come on a different shape, but we are in the same boat. And it is a basse yenina ye koye ni man ya support. In future also be drugs indi ya me say be create division between the elders and then the youth. You need to blend them and then we move forward.
A good blend,
yes,
of the old and new.
Exactly.
And
we have qualified it. I like that.
Now within the NDC never be because so matiti DB ba beji general secretary dinia dia no fifi temi cha no pay yo baby a like for na ma metiti edin bi chese edin pie na ma amanfo ebo ndwukura within the NDC but we're waiting for the coming days near here send the internal party jostling for positions no ebeko. But what do you make of Honorable Kandapa in Chichimo or the Abba? Mr. Emra, it is DCUP or Pariado. Yahoo Nef in the office, Mranti Biakwa Kuyinef in the office. At a point to cry, he alleges so much with two on so and all of that. The way I'm handle no, and fat Ubuni Nidia Ma Ubia, why a whole DCUP pain. And I may be so can say, when I offer a jumem, and I also terminating the appointment. Say, if it has to take force and sign away you free office there, now one kasa authority no questions kakra ewo ho. Is the National Security Minister justified in any way? Say he had to use force to get former Ashanti Regional Security Coordinator out of office. He be George Meshase.
Oh, okay.
Somebody
start here. Many and some people is here. Ya na yentimi entimu asemiye. There be assembly, but we don't know whether which is true or which is not.
Because we are by Ukrainian say it was officially sanctioned.
Exactly.
But say exactly.
And the way I communicate to the public, and also sometimes there might some kind of misinformation.
Okay.
But I believe, say, I've said it and I'll keep on saying, say, political misinformation and disinformation is a threat to good governance. Political misinformation and disinformation is a threat to good governance. Okay,
so Buamashe for that disinformation and misinformation term.
Disinformation is to the disadvantage of another. So we'll be minute to someone may can be affect to intimate can ye.
Okay.
But if I am presenting facts, and then misinformation.
Okay.
And then miss but this to disadvantage somebody.
To make kind of send a bear.
Exactly.
Okay.
So be I buy ye and say that, but it's answer the political aspect attached in the end cancer. Okay. And say disinformation.
And misinformation say a black or white.
And your friend is said you walk and you buy and your titty and then we babontia. Many lawyer be dear dancing and to me ni pumasi bread that time when the subo bon crofo. But aspect ya me when say your process will be to resign and now what they call retirement ya offer so coffee. Na then be do time be a papa ya si be a brasso and as okra na resign ya sorry I was termination I was so uncle was it fair or whatever because there are processes where they terminate appointment and this about ya appointment ya terminate fairly also free ho ndi me I can't speak much on it. I have to know why your cast won't qua was when you're there won't go until such a time where your suman crofos your mechanasi. And I think the process of fast has to also be looked at. CBI yes won't qua they require these people. Say you other police officers here will be cry lawyer and why but yes will be free office even won't qua it me fast man free in office. Okay. But CBI you be far other people are woman yet the rifle institution on betting I take it.
Can I pass they are national security operatives?
Oh, okay, good. That's okay, but I'm still talking about the fact that then an papa no that's what where there issues were no one satisfied and answer their baby. So the man should also come out and tell us did he receive a termination letter and also that's what day. I think
that one of the things this UP paradox is a national security coordinator and what terminating the appointment, but I know no never an adjustment.
I said the termination was wrong.
From the interviews or grantee, you know.
Okay.
Baby, are not termination if you ban. And not any problem because according to him, and yes, our quarters no and a dear Jumanemano. But the say National Security Minister Nankasanso is saying he's sanctioned.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. This
but couldn't that clarification have come?
Exactly.
I mean, if the problem was Nipakra letter ni free no whole bar.
Exactly.
Because National Security Minister, maybe with a second letter or a phone call to say me and I'm small say emphasize.
Maybe I on raise officially on raise issues with the
that's where I wanted to end. Say on the cause to seek for redress. To say on no can you be for the rightful office nearby. You know. Also can also two animal. Say you on he doesn't exist in isolation.
Yeah.
There are procedural issues in terms of say letters no baby be free aba. Is that me want me me na or mom farm management a farm now free baby the letter brings me coffee. I wouldn't accept the letter. I need to pursue exactly.
Question is on
that is where I want us to talk about. Say or no time or the buyer and fair letter to him no. And I'm mobile 2 years because the divana say yes, call maybe you say mean qua a dear intina wonko. But let anybody HR manya letter way who are doing Musahane or say free ban. What could be sa baby or fees and cause a free ban? If it did not go, maybe a minister also that power so be to me. Any HR and whoever did the employment as per the administrative procedure and obeti makoho and then akokasa nti no no issues also address from that point say papa no bedu no hono
wo hwe adwuma papa no wo ye the whole security setup procedures are ye de egu akwan mu ye fo bi adwuma mu ye yi nipa na die ne ho kro ne ba in the context of even the labor laws na ade na force any the only option left and
and your force per se, in America said this issue no is subject to more inquiry. So because
inquiry beam
inquiry no said the who can say be a papa no fee say nye minister no fan adwuma
and your coordinator
and indeed just say o hwen na obi office one no say ono no asem no ba dey no ye because e bia
when what deal with that the question the other side
yes
appointing authority force nkwane the only option na nkomo
I think any force nkwa because there are several one letter to say the lawyer can who have served me a second letter na ebia when me say you were other disciplinary issues about we say more but when it was straight termination I also coffee but ebia transfer bi near the other day could have taken a different dimension as you are saying it's not only the way I let me afaso they could have had a different way I bet me na aka ho asem but even so asem penifo say when some ye dia na ebum e bia na yaka twene so anka de ntwa
uni linta me busa first question me busa sa question because abanya suffer a similar situation with the same region the same office emma emrantie okoto share coordinator so say yi ni fi office me dom kogina court emma buy no bad publicity until now I was thinking say coming from national security omanam nyina may have a bearing on a buying image no na nkomuntimi hebe kwan foforo bi knowing there is history to this particular approach
even in America say bia you the number of times you draw attention say bia won free ho sometimes you say the obia no yiro nsem an yebumu say the American na twene so say anka de an ntwa wo e bia you I don't want to speak deaf into this because we can let us be akoso enye yie won tin ho ase enti se basa no the force must be applied. Yes. And sometimes also as a person, we hear not be a cop bonia. Also so go now call baby. Because whether you like it or not, yes, now be a law issues go. Wait in the court. In this time cranky is an issue in terms of the employment as we were talking about labor law. You can also seek redress at the court. I know so soon you bet my boy. As a bus state you could still come bring you back. Intermediate kwakwana section e ubom wa unu ewu amom so a wosi ayede ewu but sometimes ya na ye nti ye koso papa nti ya na ye ti abonten ye hu ne me kan bi kra we wish to have had a different side from the minister in terms of how many times he almost drawn attention to the fact say e be also free office ho and we go so anu 18 say we make you know sometimes force also must be
applied. We are not trying to maintain lawyer, I said we MC nyina ye condemn approach no ne force no ne because na say BSc pay ananka we're hoping say the system would have learned from Sadia no Sisi a minister nankasa beka so no ano sanctions our force no. It was saying.
Well, I'm the security issues no. Yenyan shedanti asiye papa. And when we publicly comment on actions emanating from security, are a little bit problematic. Minimum police needs here transfer wa. Uti wa nandakro. Ka besi womba msi yuni magum. What ya? The transfer police ni ya otifiye divuvu na ka besi wo. Sisani magum. And if you consider from the normal point of view of a landlord tenant, it will be something. But that is a security practice.
Okay.
We are national security, no any position here then.
Regional coordinator.
Regional coordinator. Can you risk keeping somebody who has been sacked from that office from being there? It's dangerous. As far as security is concerned. And the Yakasa Kwa immediately also go. One Kwa also you are quite fast you know. What on earth will happen? He said, who occupy security position? And Papa me and Madam for no, but I'm wondering why he did that. My antecedents is I terminating upon one corner. What time why may be removed by force. Security position, they remove there might be very good reason why you should leave. So, whatever one day you can cause mayhem. And you know, no negotiations. And I believe that he was lucky. He should have been detained for refusing to obey the orders from the commander-in-chief. He should have been detained. Treasonous. Security matter. It's treasonous. Coordinator, national security coordinator, say, Tremwo Kakra. No action. Now will be an worker. How can you be there? I did no, what will be affected the security of this and here. What I say, so that is how we should consider it. I don't want to condemn them too much because who said Delta Force case have been involved.
Okay.
Why were the other who said he exaggerated some of the things that happened.
Okay.
Delta 2
Okay.
We stayed in court and the prosecution could not bring one single witness. And when we had the occasion to talk to the witness, so-called witnesses, they were denying the attribution of the statements, to them. So there have been this minister here see chase was no obi an chase. Party chairman complain was no ni ho. Asem see na be on we hu. As he was a complainant in the matter. I can't tell. I don't know the motive for it. But who may say you are not supposed to be the complainant. And after all, you weren't the victim, but he was the complainant. The party chairman there. Then, and some of these things, they are security issues. The Nyamias say can the power about open up because on one essential. Otherwise, Quebec say Delta Force for the Koyasadium. And that was the impression that was created. Yeah. Now, Sabos who know me command, they are so vulnerable that so told to be show much to me actually the way they are doing. So our first one say we should have interrogated the issue who sent them. Yeah. Because it's obviously a big man who did.
Because what you fan to who so coordinate a few officers.
Dabi, and they probu further and they say obi
and a sanction
that action. And to almost more as if there are certain things that I've discussed with some of them. I can tell you off air.
Okay.
So seriously speaking, national security issues, and this normal day-to-day practice where issues of human rights and others can be at the forefront too. And what the master says, also we are. And the Avutu says, "You appoint to officer." The man was a retired police officer, and a government then who appointed to an office. And for some reasons which cannot be told because it's a national security issue, they say step aside. Honorably, no way. Who protest no protest, and that is the more civil way of going about it. But if you want to against the whole power of the state, what's the main cordial? Please, as far as the state's power is concerned, what they say ant. What does it? We have a bad state power. Yeah. When the court, you see the court skewing towards the prosecution, they raise the alarm. So how can the court be on the side of the system. When this single man is facing the whole state, he needs the protection of the court rather. The criminals will before they are dealing with him accordingly. But before he pronounced guilty, the court should be seen assisting that person to make sure that he tells his story.
Because state in the power need the.
Sa pepe, but match with the asema to so a unya no yi. I want na won't go state to asema to no so. And me feel say the publicity was wrong and the government should have been more careful because doing it they should have contemplated say a publish it. And the force could say about what is going to be the explanation. That they didn't do it, they should have been media sensitive to their act. That they didn't do, but if he said the act itself, it was in the right direction. We are security officer, and you are when your negotiations are forced. Okay.
And your negotiations are force according to lawyer. Now, me from the last topic, na female activity phone lines, Lawyer, me shall say for you need enough laws dealing with LGBTQI in Semanana. Or natural canal knowledge. Fee say gay in semi by and only lawyer for be break kutia. Ibiaka say that is enough to deal with growing sexual orientations. I hold one for some more prefer. Speaker said they are working on a law to deal with LGBTQI issues. Mibusa said, do we need a new law? And I said, Yenfe being count.
You may dance. Judy said, let me make the point first before I try to explain. You need law be akra or hokra.
You need law be akra.
You need law.
Oh, na natural canal knowledge then and count beyond.
A law that you can use.
Okay.
But you see, law in uni and yet static. If you remember this vigilante act here, passing, you need laws.
Your laws, pa.
You need assault. You need one. But say we have to pass a law on vigilante because it has become a new product.
Okay.
Which ought to be dealt with according to the law. Say they want somebody back. And the member speaker Basso, look, I went to media to say, former speaker, or do have a question. First question, baby, some.
So for.
First question, baby, some, and it might disqualify him from entering. Because look, or some don't mean discuss on the floor of parliament, cry.
Some person be man prominence, cry.
And what was the wisdom there? Because I didn't know per se, you be practicing in Ghana. Ghanans were the man the boom. Fortunately for us, during your time, we had enough Muslim and Christians and traditionalists who apparently do not support these things. So it's a matter of whipping them alongside your belief. Near passing express law, which will not become a debate.
To miss the opportunity.
He missed the opportunity. And this speaker should take advantage of it. And I believe that the state of this present parliament, Menya sure say they will get the majority who says they practice those kind of sexual whether it's orientation or practice. Uncanny natural knowledge was about when you had intercourse with somebody not through the natural means.
Okay.
And way could be one of them. You get the point. But if you look at the argument of these people, it is going beyond just that. Talking about rights and other things.
Yeah.
The Lord coming will deal with the issue, and especially the issue of sexual orientation is not a human right issue.
Okay.
It's humanity issue, whether you are a human being or an animal. That is what it is, and Ghanaians are human beings.
A humanity issue and not a human rights
Not
issue.
a human right
What's
issue
the
at
difference?
all. The difference is that human rights issues are things that are fundamentally affecting human being.
Okay.
So that if you deprive the person of it, you have deprived him of his humanity.
Okay.
Fundamental. And from also be a human being, say, would you have a human from? That is a human right issue. Would you also be a school, or so the man call, and those kind of things. Now, Bearman Nadia, how can it be a human right without people? And yeah, people who murder also feel that they should murder people and they murder. If it's human right, then they should also be allowed to murder people because it's the feeling.
Or reason to
but say you pursue there, that is the humanity. There are certain things human beings cannot do,
okay,
which animals can easily do. And this is why we are human beings. That is why you are dressed the way you are and sitting here. I'm not sure, sir. In Prago Betima studio.
They be just a cartoon.
They belong to a different kingdom. And you know, you didn't say, yeah, near Bia Mavedi, sending a mebo bear money bar, yeah, Bessisam. And your human rights issue.
And the interesting thing is, I'm 1 point, yes, sir.
I'm 1 point, yes, sir. Tis a ya tramwa. And there, day. And seriously speaking, that is the position.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, for some people, they have illegal feeling.
Illegal feeling.
Yes. What happens on the bear manda? Who say you soon buy yet? Yes, but you didn't know my own yet because you'll be so to so cool be on soon in the bind.
You have the right to feel that way, but you don't have the right to practice it. My member George, you have could be a phone line. No, George, it was saying.
A
new law coming.
I'm say na lawyer canon. The world is very dynamic. So, yeah, quite any nyama bebre ba nipa ya setena many ya brabum. And some of the laws be ya na certain situations be ha any hono.
Yeah.
See drew how na say sa nyama no ba ya brabum. O say pe kwan foforo a ni sa nyama no so betena. And until now hear some of the laws we ya repeal na ya ye foforo bo kra na ya amend. Because the world is not stereotype and static, as I was trying to talk about. And we had said the freedom, any human rights activities, baby yasinwa.
Yeah.
Mr. Satam cry yes, session 104 of the Criminal Code of 1960. Kasafa, this canal analogy near the Adeno. We didn't expect there's a variance of some of these canal.
I like the word variance.
It's on the plaza.
So COVID-19.
We are doing the breed. You were quite welcome to
Where Delta and I say Alpha.
And the variance neck come on, just a very comprehensive law. We cried in your act to cry a Casafa so that we can interface with the human right, the freedom, and the constitution. Said the lawyer covered the fundamental issues. And the mean treated this in isolation, say, Pemra, fear be. It is no man, nothing which will be crying when you know. We got to a point to cry how to make arrest. Evidence is a woman near the Adina where some kind of issues were named.
Because one chinny
then I'll now
the assembling of those people should be dealt with. Should they be allowed to assemble and organize issues?
Say Yamrano, it should be very scope.
You are deceiving the public.
Nti yentimi fairly kind say million bibi na me onante so ba nti yenche no the other issues also address nti na ye hwese mra no wo ka no ye beto ye bo ase aye ni ye na asiu to your culture any religion at the same time interfacing with the human and the future as well.
Let me activate the phone lines now. 0322-497-264 0322-497-265. Maybe a phone lines no I feel bit me aba now so abekere wadwene issues ahodwa na no pay di eho enkomo from newspapers in somewhere abetodwa interviews I with Thomas Syke from Germany and then afin so LGBTQI new law as speaker say eba yebesan so age wadwen kire ewo other matters. National Security Minister say ono an wo share say Ashanti Regional Security Coordinator yen hon no free new office by force in church mu ni say ono ma krata se papa no na djuma no yaje free nsem enso tintintinti na o say nya de a obi free office wo okrampo kan say yemu no mo pay na free office wo kra sesansafo ano because Ukrasafo or access to files and important documents are a phone lines activated 0322-497-264 0322-497-265 ubetimi aba homano so no abekire wadwene teacher Kujo ewo tuabodom adantase also Ghanaians don't forget government official 1 and his love for flying objects. Don't forget they are confirmed the Airbus bribery scandal. Lest I forget, he also took for blah 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 blah. In fact, they are wasting their time and energy and money for nothing. They cannot come to power again. But the debut you in a campaign mood. We are mokekane how asemo. Yankwa homano so emze me first call about homano so sapon nana frempoma ewo esreso nana frempoma. Good morning.
Good morning.
Mama net is saying
Yankopon da Romana so
nyame adom me ho ye pa pacho me nti we
Mr. Frampon Nana Equia Bonsu.
Sampon.
Frampon Nana Equia Bonsu.
Yeah, that's the brain correction. Mammy, it's you.
Mr. Mini Abema. It's not quite for phobia, you are. If it's me a fasto, Papa descent.
This is your parado.
Security, I use not quite for phobia. My team says, I said it. I comfort what police force to come money.
Nana from Poma, Homano article, Patrol, San Tribune, a friend now. You have the opportunity to complete reviews na Nanka Westpress. No so wait me about 0322497264 0322497265. Obusa say intina kwan fufuru bia ni ho no mo ana. Is it the case that the state was so helpless to say a letter could not get somebody out of office? Not force nkwa. Yonko kode Ebenezer Fojo wa homa no so. Ebenezer, good morning.
Good morning, Lord.
Yes sir. Pacho mi nti we.
You see, I'm on aircon. So I am the answer. You see, I'm program is to study a lawyer. It's a security air force on honor. We security, the want to be the sorry. As I also want to sorry, they are. Police in Marana, the police is when you have said, a more fanfare. If you can't see what a million airport. If you want to mean what now, and my daddy will be seeing you now, finding a little for a abino. So, if you name it, you on my Ghana, my boy.
Okay.
And I use my husband to be a minister, Mamaka. We come program no about minister. What you have seen, and Pia will have one way,
Omwamo. Kwamenso. Emwa ben na mo hwehwe awa moamo.
Ya kwan apan ya wo ya district mu adie.
Na nye wo mo ano mo ya mo ka chem se mpinya kwan. So da bia mo busa kwan fi mpi so.
Ade mpinya kwan. Enu ti MP na o so areas na wo ya apan no. Ye na the MP ni de wan ye bia ampa apan ya mo ye no ho no ana.
Okay. Ni influence nso kakra be boa won.
MP ni nso ti na mo bia. This is a year of the Pajapa. Last year, almost years ago, Gamma on more Bermuda, say one of them already say, she quite a fine as well. You got me at the other. And when he about all say on penny and Masadi and also. This is of our own final one.
Okay.
And my point is that being way.
Eben. Medasi bebre, medasi. You've made your point. Yonko Pristia, that's money. Ewa homano so. That's money. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Pristia boko ano pay.
Bacha boko.
Yo, adama minti we.
Yo, bacha LGBTQ plus no masi mnampese mkaka.
Bacha kembia.
Because Baba kase. Tana mana se ba mama oma na say. Oma mano ebebre ibu fisi wembebre.
Okay.
So sebi sadewi abo kura abonti ninye sadewi. How much was the winning pedesini? We see me go be mother, another banny, your babada. And yet, it is a you are so me young black year, and we had dream pa, we didn't know I said your bedside. They so jail.
Okay.
Jail because you come phone pay, a good phone pay. You know, my American and Prince Adenoso. It is say, I'm paying phone.
Yeah, that's bebre. That's money from Pristia. Efa calls ni ebiemo. Na democratite ukofo ba wura mu mpo a wafa oba e wura mu kura no atomra. Na nkampo se obema ni obema ibidi ehia. I can't just imagine it. But for me that was no pay na my wish him well the rest of the day. I mean come on home. Joining in our discussion this morning emranim ni lawyer William Kwesi, or a private legal practitioner with Dominion Chambers, Mr. George Akom, assistant registrar, Ghana Telecom University. And don't forget, he's aspiring, Obabeye Secretary Afram Plains, Bensini Krachi. We wish him well in this endeavor. Young point, Tofiakwa is up next with TAB. Near wa we need to isumu asem, ehintasem, ene nneema yen Ja Thomas ebe boa yen. Obedi kodi ama yen na etimi ate ho ase. And that's up next on